Hey everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Road to Battlefront. I want to thank you guys for the positive reactions on the first video. A lot of you wanted me to bring Battlefront, of course, back, and I'm glad that you guys do like this format. So I quickly want to explain something real quick. Since these are going to be kind of like look-backs on some maps, and I will still give my opinion on them if it has changed or something, so they will kind of be like reviews. It's not definitely only restricted to reviews. So for example, this Tatooine Tusken camp map, which is very, very popular, we are currently playing XL on it. The game mode or the map also supports Hunt, Hero Assault, and actually I forgot the name, but a custom mode where I believe everybody's got like one-hit kills. So that would be a lot of chaos. So if you want me to actually play one of those custom modes, or you want me to replay a map on the opposing side, please let me know and I'll do that as well. Since this is not necessarily the review series, the rules are a lot less strict. I also want to thank you guys for sending some of the wow, I got owned. Some of the maps. There were actually some maps that I indeed haven't played yet, so it's going to be very interesting. One of the maps is actually going to be a zombie infection mode, where you start out actually as the Empire versus one zombie, and slowly but surely more will spawn. That is going to be cool. Probably going to be actually several episodes on that. However, this first coming week, I will still only do maps that I've already done. I downloaded a big patch, or a big batch, I should say, of maps that I wanted to start with. So keep sending in those custom maps that you want me to do, or that I haven't done yet, and we'll definitely get to it, but probably somewhere next week. This map really brings back the memory of how cool XL is. The map we did before here, of course, was Hypori Grievous Attacks. And I talked about how I liked the craziness of the modding, that it was a good example of how modding is such a great thing, because you could create scenarios like that. However, this really embodies the spirit of XL and why I like that. And you know, the disappointment that I had when I heard that you could only have like 40 players play in the new Battlefront. Sense of scale is something I'm really worried about with the new Battlefronts. I have a friend who he's kind of a Star Wars fan. He really likes it. However, he is only a fan of the movies, which you can be. But for example, he also doesn't like the games because he says it doesn't really give him the Star Wars feeling. Oh my God, what the fuck? That was weird. And somewhere I can see that. I consider myself a fan of the movies and the video games, not necessarily of the whole like expanded universe with the books and stuff. There we go. However, in terms of sense of scale, of course, the new Battlefront will also not really give him that sense, I think. Graphically, and also sound-wise, of course, it will be amazing. Really high production value on that. I'm just afraid of that scale. You know, same thing with the flying. All the messages that I heard is that if you fly in a X-Wing or TIE Fighter, the map is so small that you gotta turn around really quickly. But this map really embodies a good thing about modding, where it uses a lot of assets from the existing game. A lot of the architecture is obviously from Kashyyyk. Oh, Jesus. Yet it fits in this setting very much. Color scheme and stuff, it doesn't actually stand out too much. But it also has some custom characters that make it very cool. Very chaotic. A lot of detail. It looks very polished, this map. That's what's great about it. balance-wise, it's also kind of good. See, what I really like about my own Battlefront reviews, when you look at it, is that I'm probably the only one that does reviews on Battlefront that actually does it from a gameplay standpoint. Of course, as I recognize the battle from a movie scene, I will, of course, judge it on that, how close it is resembling that. However, a lot of the maps that I like because balance-wise they're so great and they make for a lot of fun skirmishes. Rather than, of course, fan favorites because they recognize them from the series or movies. That is why, for example, landing at Point Rain is very, very popular. And it's a great map. It was on my top 10 of the Season 1 Battlefronts. However, you know, Verena Immortal Defense was higher because balance-wise and gameplay-wise there was just more variety there, and it felt more like the whole package deal. Whereas, of course, if you would see how close it is to Indeed the Show, landing at Point Rain is really cool and really epic. Killed my own men, but hey, just love the feeling of hacking away through this. And this is something that you will never experience, unfortunately, with the new Battlefront. But the mods, it's not DICE's fault, okay? It's EA. I have an incredible hate for EA, unfortunately. But I do love a lot of games that they publish. You know, they have a lot of power, they have a lot of money. But for example, a few years back, they said that they were going on a new strategy where literally every game that they would release, and this is 3 or 4 years back, would have microtransactions. Oh my god, we were defeated. So the new Battlefront will also have microtransactions, which I don't like. But hey, anyway guys, that was it. Again, if you want me to redo the map or something in a different way, let me know. Download link for this map will be in the description down below. I will see you guys next time.